Everybody get your fucking hands up.
So, again, hello, and
Hello.
thank you that you're joining us today, and
Of course.
thank you for participating in the
Yeah, sure.
in the first one of these interviews of mine.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite hard to find people that
Want to participate?
yeah
Yeah. Okay.
interest to participate in something like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So, first question is pretty simple. Please introduce yourself and tell a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, my name is Tina, or on Twitch I'm known as iiSky, and I mainly stream Dead by Daylight, and I started streaming approximately 8 months ago. Yeah. And I'm from Austria.
So, pretty fresh streamer, I would say.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, another question, it's also related with the streaming.
Mhm.
Who inspired you to start streaming? Who
Yeah.
showed the road to the streaming? Let's say that.
Well, there were actually a couple streamers that I always admired and loved watching, but the main person I would say that it inspired me to start streaming is Odstava. And he's also known in the Dead by Daylight community. He's quite a popular Dead by Daylight streamer and a very wholesome person overall. And I just really enjoy his content, and I have been for a couple of years. And ever since I started watching him, I don't know, at some point I thought to myself, dude, I don't know, streaming looks kind of fun, it looks kind of interesting. I don't know, I wonder if I could do this myself. But to be completely honest, I was very anxious and shy about it for a very long time. So it took a lot for me to start streaming, actually. It took a couple of years to get me out of my comfort zone. But eventually I did, and I'm happy I did, and I don't regret it.
Glad to hear.
Yeah.
Actually, streaming, I know it's hard to start
Yeah.
because all it takes to start, and then you will draw the audience that is for you. You will draw the audience that is for you eventually.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh, Another question, like you said, you mainly play DBD, Dead by Daylight.
Yes. Exactly.
I will be honest, I only heard about game. I never played a single match actually,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I never had a chance to play because
Okay.
sometimes my friends doesn't have time, and sometimes I'm out of time.
Yeah.
So the question is, what draw you to that particular game? What was for you that hooked at you in that game?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, at one point it became my favorite game. It always used to be Rainbow Six Siege, and I used to have the most hours in Rainbow Six Siege other than any other game. But then eventually I got introduced to Dead by Daylight through friends, and I have to say I fell in love with the game very quickly. And I also got addicted to the game very quickly, to the point where I realized, hey, that is actually my favorite game right now. I do spend the most of my free time on that particular game. So therefore, I started streaming this game. Since of course you want to stream something that you have the most fun with. So yeah,
Yeah,
that was an easy solution.
I fully agree with you that you have to stream that makes you most enjoyable content for yourself,
Exactly.
and viewers will eventually like it.
Yeah.
Uh, for me, like I was said off the record, I mainly play many sorts of games.
Mhm.
So now currently quite an old school game. The old school Prince of Persia games.
Yeah.
Those that was launched on the PC officially.
Yeah.
So uh, going to the old school things, uh, what was the first game that you ever played on any sort of console or
Mhm.
on the PC? Doesn't matter.
Well, the first game I ever played was actually back on the PlayStation 1. Yeah, when I was a kid. I don't even know how old I was. Probably somewhere first grade of elementary school. And the first ever game I played was actually Spyro.
Ooh.
That was the first game I played. And then it was Rayman. That was the second game. But yeah, Spyro and Rayman were the first games that I ever played.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
it's a long time.
PS1 is quite a old console.
Yeah.
I myself had PS1 when I was just a kid. I was in the kindergarten actually when I got it.
Yeah.
So for me, it was more way back than PS1.
Okay.
I played on uh, Japanese NES called Famicom, and first one was Contra.
Okay. I don't even know these games. And what was your first favorite game?
My first
Very first. Yeah. First favorite. Yeah.
first favorite. If we are going way back to the kid when I was younger,
Hmm.
like I said in the kindergarten.
Yeah.
So when we still had that Famicom console, me and my brother, the favorite game was for that console was Chip and Dale. You have to control two chipmunks.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Sounds fun.
Yeah, the main main boss was big scary cat.
Okay. I mean, obviously it was a kids game, so yeah. Lovely. That's good.
If we are going to the PS1 times, when I got it, favorite game might be
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot 3 Warpath.
Okay. Yeah, those are classics.
Yeah, it ate a lot of my childhood.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I also had a Spyro as well. I quite enjoy it also.
yeah, it was a nice game.
But I never had chance to play Rayman until I got to my first phone with the colors.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but on the phone this was fun also.
Okay.
If you are speaking about the phones, what was your first mobile game?
I haven't played many games on mobile. I don't know, like overall I'm not very much into mobile gaming. Well, no, I mean that's an easy answer. My first ever game on mobile was Snake. I mean, and that was pretty much the only game I played, as far as I can remember. Like, other than these Candy Crush, type of games later on. But the very first game on the mobile I played was Snake. Yeah, back on the old Nokia.
I think we went all through that pretty much.
Yeah.
At least our generation.
Yeah, I was about to say our generation. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. For me, first was also a Snake on the old Nokia's phone,
Mm-hmm.
but only on those times when my brother gave me to play because he had Nokia and I had a phone that doesn't have any games.
Okay, yeah.
So at least my first one, because my first one was, I think, 5-6 times bigger than this.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
obviously, phones back then used to be a lot bigger. Yeah,
yeah, they're very big.
true.
Okay. Uh, Another question: do you kind of keep yourself up to date about coming games?
Kind of, yeah, to a certain extent. I don't know, I don't keep up to date as much as other people might do. So I don't know. I sometimes stumble across new games or upcoming games if I see ads about them, or if I just happen to browse the Steam shop and something is displayed there as a new game or coming out, whatever. But other than that, I don't really go, typing into Google or YouTube or whatever upcoming games 2021 or something like that. Or I mean, the other thing I would say where obviously new games are introduced that I watch sometimes. I don't watch it yearly, but I do watch it sometimes. Is the E3 where they introduce new games. So yeah.
If we are speaking about E3, did you watch it this year?
Yes, and it was very disappointing. At least in my opinion. There was not really a lot that I am going to purchase and play.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Only, I think Microsoft and Bethesda showed something promising. Um, other other developers and publishers did not show much. Actually.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, there was also for me not a lot that I found very interesting. So like maybe one or two games, and I don't even remember the names off the top of my head right now. So yeah, not a lot, not something that was really mind blowing, and I was like, oh my god, I need to have this. Like there were like 2, maybe 3 games where I was like, yeah, okay, looks kind of interesting. Maybe I'm gonna buy it, but nothing where I was like, oh yes, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking a little bit more about it, only one another thing I liked that finally Diablo 2 Resurrection date was revealed. It was kind of good news for me.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So, if you are going into RPG games, did you play it any, or did you play it currently? Some kind of RPG game.
I mean, I did play Diablo 3, but is that considered an RPG game? No, the game I'm thinking about is Spellforce considered an RPG game? I think it is. I'm not sure though. Spellforce.
Okay, let me quickly check it
Because I'm not 100% sure. I think, but I might be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, it's action strategy RPG game. So
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
it counts as an RPG.
Yeah. So these 2 games, yeah, I played, but other than that, no, I didn't play much more RPG games.
As I check it, it kind of looks similar like Diablo style.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It is somewhat similar.
It's looking nice, actually.
Yeah, maybe you should try it. I think it might be a type of game you might like.
Okay, I will check out.
If you like Diablo, I think you might like this one too.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Okay, what the heck next for you? But, oh, about the newest DBD update, Nemesis. What's your thoughts on this update?
I mean, overall, yeah.
Yeah, overall, what you like, what you dislike, overall opinion.
Sure. I mean, overall, I don't have anything that I really dislike. Overall, like it a lot. The only thing I don't like is, but let's be honest, I mean, that happens with, I guess, every update, you know, with every update, new crashes, new bugs appear, you know, that's just one thing that is currently very annoying. There seem to be a lot of bugs, a lot of freezing issues, at least for console players. I don't experience those on PC, but console players do experience a lot of freezing issues, a lot of lags. I've gotten a couple errors where the game would crash or I was not able to play with other people, so no survive with friends. But other than that, like overall, as far as the content goes, I think the content is really nice and I like it, and I think the majority of the people like it. I mean, that's something people were looking forward to. I mean, it's Resident Evil, and it's very hyped in the gaming industry and very liked. So yeah, I mean, overall, I really do like it, and I think it's cool.
Yeah, actually, I mentioned on your stream, I had a discussion with one streamer like 4 or 5 months before the Nemesis launched,
Yeah.
and I told her that would be nice to have Nemesis in DBD. And few months passed and we have Nemesis now.
Yeah, a lot of people were speculating on Nemesis. I think there was a speculation of Nemesis or Mr. X. So, yeah, I mean, but most people were speculating it would probably be Nemesis, or were hoping for Nemesis, you know. So, yeah, and we got that. And I think they did a really, really nice job with the overall introduction of Resident Evil into the game, as far as, you know, representing the game in Dead by Daylight. So I think they did good, and yeah, they created something really nice.
Yeah, actually, Nemesis is a good addition to the killers.
Yeah.
Jill and Leon is good addition to the survivors.
Of course, yeah, and also that there are new mechanics introduced, you know, as far as the zombies go, that spawn with the killer on the map. So we've never had something like this before. So that's also something like completely new that adds, you know, a fresh breeze to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think Flashbang was introduced as well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. Sure.
We will see what will future brings to the DVD, because if they introduce Nemesis with the bazooka, it will be overkill.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, everything can happen. I don't think we will see that, but who knows? Hell, maybe we will. No idea. That would be funny though.
Yeah. If we are speaking on the horror games, did you play any other, like Phasmophobia, Silent Hill, the same Resident Evil, and etc.?
The only horror games apart from Dead by Daylight, which I know it is horror, but I don't consider it a horror game. I mean, I think it's somewhat scary, or you know, there are jump scares when you start playing the game, but you know, after a while that goes away pretty much. But yeah, other horror games I've only really played Phasmophobia, And there's this one horror game that I played with friends, and it's called Until Dawn. But other than that, I have. Oh no, wait! There is another game I actually played with friends, and I think it's called. Wait, let me look. I have it in my Steam. Is it In Silence? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, In Silence. In Silence, also kind of DVD-ish game. You have to fix a car in order to escape the world, basically, or the map. And there's also survivors against a monster, if you will. And this monster is somewhat blind and only goes by hearing. And you can play the monster or you can play survivors. So In Silence, Phasmophobia, Until Dawn. Yeah, those are the horror games that I've played so far. I don't know, is Little Nightmares also considered a horror game? I think so.
Kinda, it is, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it is. Well, if so, I have also played Little Nightmares 1 and 2.
Okay, if you're talking about Little Nightmares, did you just play it a little bit, or you managed to complete the whole game?
Complete both games.
Okay, and what your thoughts about the? I never saw the first part ending. I saw the second part ending. And what your thoughts about the second part ending when your main character becomes that one that you fight against?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty dope ending to see, like you said, it become twisted, basically. I think it's an ending you don't expect. Like, for me, I can only speak of personal experience, and I did not expect that type of ending. So I think that was pretty interesting, and I think they did really well overall with the game. I did enjoy both of those games. They were somewhat cute in a creepy way, if you want to consider that, and also challenging, as far as puzzles go and riddles that you had to solve and stuff like that. I was stuck so many times on both games at certain parts where I just had no idea how to go further and what I have to do. So yeah, but it was a challenging game, but it was really fun. I really enjoyed playing it.
Yeah, like how I think first and both parts I think on my Epic account. So
Okay.
it's kind of long overdue to try it.
Yeah.
If you are speaking more about Resident Evil franchise, did you try to play any Resident Evil games on PC
No.
or on the PS1?
Mm. No, I've never played any Resident Evil game. Nope. I've only seen gameplays, but I've never played it. Nope.
I see. Actually, Resident Evil, the old ones, that was released when the original PlayStation, was, I would say, at least from my own perspective,
Yeah.
currently and before that time, the old ones is more scarier than the newer ones, actually.
Really? You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
because for the first thing, let's take in account the third installment remake. In original, you couldn't control the camera view. It was corner view, and
Yeah.
you never know what will game you throw to you.
Yeah, you couldn't see around corners or you couldn't look ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And in the remake, you can see everything. Like you
Yeah.
look through the corners and etc.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
but actually, the newest installment, Resident Evil Village quite a lot. Actually.
Okay.
I don't know, did you watch any gameplay or any trailers at all? But it's quite a good game, and
No, I haven't.
I would say the start of the game is kind of lots of jump scares.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'm not good with jump scares. That's mainly the reason why I don't like playing horror games too much, you know, as far as the really scary ones that have quite a lot and quite heavy jump scares, because I'm gonna get a heart attack. I cannot take that. I can't. I really can't. I already start sweating if I watch someone play a horror game, which, don't get me wrong, I do like watching people play horror games, but I could never play it myself because it's me who has to control the character and has to do everything. So I'd rather watch and, you know, let someone else do it rather than me having to do it. But yeah.
Yeah, if you're speaking about watching other players play horror games, when I was a little, let's say between first and fourth grade, on the PlayStation, on the first PlayStation, on PS1,
Yeah.
we had a game called Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I think you know the franchise because
Yeah.
there is
I know the movies. I've seen the movies, yeah.
yeah. So main target on the at least on the first installment of the game, on the Silent Hill 1, is your main character is searching for his lost adopted girl. They end up in the city, in the town called Silent Hill. So,
Silent Hill? Yeah.
and me and my brother, who is 3 years older than me, always watched when our father played Silent Hill like some kind of horror movie.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously when you're a kid, even watching someone play a scary game seems like a horror movie because it has the same effect,
Yeah.
especially when you're a child. So, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I can laugh at horror movies, and I pretty much didn't see that movie, but pretty much you can know what will happen and when it will happen.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, most of the times, yeah, because it will, unless they have very smart jump scares that you know don't see happening, because I mean, obviously that's why they're called jump scares, because they're supposed to jump at you and you know you should not be expecting them. But often with movies, you know, they're building up the tension, and or the music stops completely. You know, there are just certain things that happen in horror movies over and over again. Like there's a certain pattern where you know, oh fuck, now I'm gonna get jump scared. And with games, it's not always like that, I feel like.
Yeah, I completely agree. If we are talking a little bit about Phasmophobia, because you mentioned that you played,
I have played it, yeah.
yeah, that game actually ate 100 hours, at least 100 hours of my time.
Really?
Yeah, as well.
Okay, I have to check how much I played it because I don't have. I gotta be quite honest with you. I have not played it that much simply because, for me personally, I mean, I've only played with friends because it's somewhat funny. But we, like the people I play with, we all agree that after 3 or 4 games max, it's just boring. So we stop playing. That is like Phasmophobia, to me at least, is not a game that I can play like 5 hours, you know, in a row. So I only have 41 hours in that game.
Yeah.
So
just double checking myself that I have 71 hours.
Yeah, I don't think like it is, like I said, it's fun for a couple games, but I think after that, since you're doing the same stuff over and over again, I don't know, like it just gets a little bit boring after a couple games.
Yeah, I actually agree because we can maximum 5 games and it stops.
Yeah.
So for me, funniest moment with the Phasma actually was when I was playing me, my friend, his brother, and another friend. And the friend's brother, the ghost was started hunting, and the brother of my friend tried to open the main door to the outside.
Okay. Yeah.
And he started shouting through the VOP voice chat that, guys, please open the door.
Yes.
And he started screaming, and me and another friend, we were hiding in the closet, and we were laughing to our lungs, top of our lungs.
Yeah. That happened to me and to the people I play with too, and it actually happened to me. I got locked inside, and it was also like one of the very first games I played, and I was so confused. I was like, why is the front door locked? I thought someone was holding it shut from outside, and I was cussing them out. I was so mad. I was like, open the goddamn door, and they were like, oh, I can't, it's locked, and I started crying, and not like literally, but I was like, no, please, I don't want to die. I was so scared. That was one of the very first games that was obviously the most, scary. And like that, I mean, it was very scary, but also hilarious at the same time. It was really funny.
Yeah, the first game, I think, for the most people is the funniest because you are first time joining the game, first time
Yes.
the lobby, and you don't know what to expect.
Exactly, because everything's new and you don't know the mechanics yet, and you have to, figure everything out as you go, learning by doing, and so that obviously is more fun than, I guess, it's not with every game like that, but as far as Phasmophobia goes, for me at least, I think those were the funniest games, like the very first ones where everything was still new and still scary and you don't know what you had to do and stuff like that.
Actually, first time my death also was when I tried to open the doors.
Yeah. I think that happened to a lot of people.
I think pretty much to everyone.
Yeah, probably. Everybody panics, and obviously, if the ghost starts haunting and you're scared, the first thing you want to do is get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's just a natural instinct, you want to get out of there, but you can't. So yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I agree totally.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you played a lot of time of Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
During E3, they announced the newer installment. What did you think about that?
I have to say, I have not played Siege intensively in a while, so I'm not really up to date with all the newest thing they're introducing to the games anymore. Since, I have been so focused on Dead by Daylight, I barely play Siege anymore. And therefore, I also don't keep up with the updates that they're introducing to the game. So I can really not give you an answer to that, as I have not been, up to date with Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, they actually announced the not new content, but completely new game.
Okay. Oh, the newest. Oh, I thought you meant updates to the existing game. Oh, you mean the zombie mode that they're introducing? I mean, zombie mode. The new zombie version of Rainbow Six Siege, basically.
Yeah, the Rainbow.
Or aliens or whatever they're supposed to be. Like supernatural beings, basically.
Yeah, pretty much unnatural things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I thought you were talking about updates as far as Rainbow Six Siege goes, like into the original games. Okay, no, I've seen that. I've seen them introducing this new type of siege, and I think it's pretty fun. I do think I'm going to get that because it seems a fun thing to play with friends. So yeah, sure. I think it's funny, so I might actually get that. I'm a fan of these type of things. You know, they give me Left 4 Dead vibes. You know, and I like playing Left 4 Dead. I mean, I think you can also consider that a horror game, can you not? I guess. Even though it's not scary, you know, I don't consider. Even though they might be, you know, titled horror game, I don't consider horror games a horror game that is not scary to me. And Left 4 Dead is not scary. I don't think zombies are scary in general. But for me at least. I have more troubles with ghosts and demons and stuff like that. But zombies I'm not too scared of. So I think that's pretty cool.
Okay, nice. And if you are talking, you mentioned that the Left 4 Dead. So did you hear about Back 4 Blood?
Yes, I've seen that on the E3, and that is one of the few games that I am somewhat interested in, you know, playing in the future once it comes out. Because, again, Left 4 Dead vibes, and it looks just like a better and more updated version of Left 4 Dead.
I agree.
I think this will be a fun game.
Well, if we are talking a little bit more about Left 4 Dead vibes, did you know the game called World War Z?
I heard about it, yeah.
Did you watch it or play it?
No, have not, no.
Because it also has same vibes as Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
Because it's also like a co-op zombie shooter.
Okay. Well, I guess this one, I mean, I don't know, since I haven't seen any gameplay of it. Not that I remember, at least. But this is maybe scarier than Left 4 Dead? Or is it not? I don't know.
At least for me, honestly, it wasn't scary or like more scarier than Left 4 Dead. I think it's in the same level.
Okay. Yeah, no, like I said, I have not seen gameplay of it and I've not played it myself.
It was on Epic Store for free, I think 3 or 4 months ago, something like that.
Okay. I see. Sure.
So, once again, thank you, Oscar, for being the first one participating in these conversations.
Of course.
Interviews, I really appreciate it. So,
Of course.
stay safe, stay ass out, and
Thank you.
we will be talking your streams.
Yes, well, thank you for having me. Have a good day.
Me too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Everybody get your fucking hands up.